even if we get in here and you have underhook, and even if I'm able to clear here, because I need to, I need to get perpendicular to you.
I'm gonna get past.
So I think of the Darce is getting back to the position we started with. See, I'm like framing here, and you can have that underhook. And then I turn my hips and go into quarter guard right here. If your hand already pops out, I go right in. But if your arm is blocking, it's like I want to arm lock you. And then it's that tracking. It's a track. The most important part is this is the easy catch for me. It's controlling this arm. So as I create that hyperextension here and here, and not all the way. I just want the blade of my wrist. So I kind of think of it like this. Your thumb's pointed up. I'll go through and then I'll actually pull my hand back a little bit. If I go too deep, it's the fleshy part of my arm. And you may not tap, you may not. But if I go right here, it doesn't take a lot of commitment at that point because it's the bony part of my wrist. And just the critical detail with the Darce, when you're on your back, I stay on all fours. I don't drop my hip. I can lower my hip, but I'm like a tabletop, perpendicular to you. And it's collapsing my weight on your tricep, then driving your head and shoulders to the mat. Of course, with the lock. But if I'm holding you and you're a lot bigger than me and you start to build height and you get up, then I drop. Lock, and again, it's always the hip. Walk my hips towards you. But that detail with the Darce, one of our black belts is really proficient at the lock. It's something he says, he goes, a lot of people go real deep.
Robert Drysdale was the same.
He said the same thing? If anyone knows,
It's him.
yeah. So that angle. But you need your knee out to turn that corner. And then even just be mindful, clear the quarter guard as you start to turn that angle, because what we want to avoid is, we want to avoid where you're here and then you're turning in and your hip is moving independently of your knee. I always want to make sure I can fight that out. But it's just control and lock. And I just use that detail, like you stay on top and just drive. If your opponent is a lot bigger than you and they start to stand up, don't abandon the lock, but now you go underneath. You still keep it, and then it's just always the finishing component, in my opinion, is this. I need to get this across. Constant pressure, whether it's top or bottom. I don't let